Hi, my name is Goldman, and I'm an attorney from Goldman and Associates. And I want to talk to you a little bit about the things that strain marriages. The reason why I want to tell you about this is because the best thing for your marriage is for you not to end up in this office, okay? If you're going to end up in the office of divorce attorneys, custody attorneys, lawyers who do this for a living, that's a bad sign. Now, there are always stressors in every marriage. Marriage in itself is really a very unnatural kind of thing. You're taking two people from different walks of life, from different environments, who may have different goals and objectives, put them together and hope they can form a family and stay together till death do they part. That's a very difficult thing. I'll just branch off and tell you a story. My folks were married for the better part of 55 years. And on the occasion of their 47th anniversary, I came to the house to express congratulatory remarks. I probably brought some flowers, I don't remember. And it was a very common scene. My father was in his study, engrossed in something, and my mother was at the kitchen table nursing a cup of coffee. So I came in and I said, "Mom, congratulations." And she was very smiley. And I said, "Wow, it's 47 years. She said, "Yeah." I said, "Tell me, did it feel like 47 years? And she looked at me and she said, "Every bit of it." I always laugh when I think about that, because I remember I said, what do you mean? What kind of answer is that? She said, "You think it's easy for people to be married 20, 30, 40 years? If it was so easy, everybody would do it." The truth of the matter is, it requires a lot of determination and a lot of work. And she went on to explain to me how that she and my father had issues with the children. They'd had financial issues. There had been health issues. But through it all, they struggle and they persevere and they survive. That's really the key. A person must realize what the stressors are to the marriage, and that in the marriage comes necessarily issues where you have to struggle, you have to fight through it, you have to persevere, and then ultimately you have to survive. COVID-19 has really put pressure on marriages, because above the regular things like kids and money and all that, now you've got confinement issues. There's depression because people can't go places. People are stuck in their houses. I mean, you know, our governor has seen fit to lock us down on already. Now it's the second occasion where we're experiencing some level of lockdown. People can't get relief from the stressors of the household, and they can't go out and have a nice dinner where it's nice and quiet, where they get away from the kids, where they spend some time with their spouse. They can't get that. So what ends up happening is the normal outlets where you would be able to get away from things and maybe regroup a little for the health of your marriage, you can't do that now. So now we have to find other alternative methods of doing that regroup. And those could be a lot of things. It could be hobbies, it could be more involvement in your kids, it could be different kinds of things. But the most important thing that you have to recognize is, if you're feeling more stress, it doesn't matter. It doesn't necessarily mean that she became worse. It doesn't mean that he's more of a slob than he was yesterday, that he's somehow less of the person that you thought he was. It could be that what you're experiencing is the added stress, the external stress of confinement, of the COVID-19 impact on your marriage. Recognize that, because if you realize that's what it is, you won't take it hard. You won't take it out on him so hard, or her for that matter. So in this situation, the most important thing to do is recognize that your stress in your marriage is probably magnified, but not by your spouse, not by them becoming worse, magnified by the impact of coronavirus, by the COVID-19 impact on your marriage. So if you realize that that is going on, it will help you gain a perspective. It'll help you to struggle through it, yes, but persevere and ultimately prevail. If you have any questions about that, reach out to us, and of course we'll be glad to help you out.